Hey guys, what's up? VGamable here. I'm coming to you with the new commentary. Most of my videos have a subject of some kind, and this one does as well. Basically, if you guys have been watching anything that's been going on YouTube recently, you would probably have noticed this Alki David Billionaires Challenge fiasco thing that's been going on. And basically, to anyone who doesn't, I'll sum it up real quick. Alki David is this rich mother effer, and he is basically holding a contest where it was basically all the big commentators were going in, and they were basically playing to see who was the best, and X-Jaws ended up winning, and the prize was 10 grand. But to get into this, you had to endorse their website, and their website wasn't exactly the best. But anyway, what the main reason as to why everyone's getting pissed off and all that is the whole live stream. Basically, when they were live streaming this whole one-on-one competition thing, Alki David had made a dumbass remark and had said that he had paid a guy from like Ukraine or something who has brain cancer to do assisted suicide on live stream. So basically, a lot of the commentators were taking it as a joke, but then once they started to develop and like dive deeper into what he was basically saying, they noticed that this could affect a lot of people. And they noticed this guy might not be joking. So what happened is, I believe it all started out with like some of the bigger guys, which is basically White Boy 7th Street and Woody's Gamertag. They basically dropped out immediately after he had invited them to play the 4-on-4 team thing, and then after a while they just dropped out because they noticed what was going on. They knew about the channel. They had morals basically, and they didn't want to be advertising the website of this creepy, weird dude who had paid some dude in Ukraine to commit suicide. And so it all started there, and then it was basically the 4-on-4 teams where it was like T Martin, everyone, Woody's Gamertag, X-Jaws, and everybody was just going back in to see if they could win and split the pot of a 10 grand winning. Basically, the prize was 10 grand, which would be 2,500 for each player, if I'm correct. And White Boy 7th Street definitely would have to be one of the first to drop out, because his job basically is doing this, and your reputation is held high about what you do and who you do it with. That was a very awkward innuendo, but I did it anyway. So Alki David, he's a rich mother effer, and he has more than $1 billion, right? This guy's like enough to live 3 lives. Anyway, but he is a rich d-hole. I'm sorry about that, but my sister's being a total douchebag. Anyway, so basically Alki David is just this creepy guy, and then when White Boy 7th Street had dropped out, Woody's Gamertag had dropped out, some of the smaller but not too small, they're just like slightly smaller than these guys, dropped out right after them. T Martin was talking about this yesterday. I remember he was the first one to introduce me to this whole fiasco, and that's why I basically felt like I needed to give my 2 cents just to make this a little bit, you know, my own, what I think, just my opinion in general. But T Martin was basically stating, most of the commentators who had agreed to endorse this guy were basically saying that they wanted to play this game, they'll endorse his website and all that stuff, and so they could basically see who was better, and basically just to see who could win this 10 grand. And of course X-Jaws ended up winning the first time. But what apparently didn't happen was a lot of the commentators, if not all of them, did not check out the website, and then they had at one point finally did, and what happened is this website is not exactly one that they really want to endorse. Basically, they don't want to basically, you know, hold themselves liable for endorsing a website that is very adult oriented. Sure, it may say 17 plus is like whole like requirement and warning and stuff, but seriously, a lot of people do not even do that. Alright, my channel says I'm 20. I'm not freaking 20. Everyone can tell that just by hearing my voice. You can tell I am not 20. But this website is a very highly adult oriented website. It sells adult toys, I guess you could say, one that you would not want to give to your kid. And they have a fairly, they do have some, very adult videos, I guess, because I do not feel like saying it, because I don't want to, but they have adult videos on their website, and this is just the beginning. Alright, now when you are a major commentator, no matter what, you have millions, hundreds of thousands, actually, not even millions, I'm not sure, maybe, no, CNAGS in his case has millions, but to the average one, you only have about hundreds of thousands and all that stuff. But you have hundreds of thousands, basically, people just looking up to you about what you say, your 2 cents, what you think about thing going on, anything, really. And when you endorse a website like this kind of, I guess you could say, ruins your reputation in a way that it could make people think less of you, it could make people not want to watch you as much, it can make people, maybe it can corrupt people in a way, alright? Because when you're a big commentator, right, there's plenty of kids on this YouTube gaming community, and the gaming community is quite possibly the biggest community in this whole YouTube community, all etc, etc. But when you're this big, right, you're gonna have hundreds of people basically want to be like you. So when they're trying to be like you, they'll try and endorse something that is not exactly the greatest thing to endorse, just like you guys. By that I mean, there may be another Alki David, and they may want to do this. Why? Because apparently Woody's Gamertag did it, and I guess that anyone who was involved with this understands that it's quite possibly one of the most horrible things to actually endorse a website like this after this guy had made a remark such as the whole assisted suicide on the live stream, which is not remotely funny in my opinion. I do not feel that he was kidding, but others might, so I don't mind. I'll take their opinion, but this is just mine. Anyway, but what does matter is basically a lot of them dropped out, and that shows morals that are basically needed to be a successful person and actually have people to look up to you, and you'll be an actually good person. But what really matters is basically the whole thing. They all dropped out, basically. If not, then I'm not sure who didn't, but just about all of them dropped out, and in that case they basically just, showed that they don't want to be endorsing basically something that's just like this. It's just not their cup of tea, I guess you could say. But anyway, this gameplay is coming to an end, and basically that's all I needed to say, all I wanted to say in the first place. So thank you guys for listening. This is Regameable. If you like this video, like, favorite, subscribe, all that good stuff, and there will be more. If there is a subject you guys want me to talk about in my next video, post in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time, and peace out.